Did you know that 20% of African Americans have sickle cell disease? Reporting from the Dream Big concert here in Chicago, I'm Tornu Prynce for Africa US Today magazine. Today, we have an exclusive interview with Ivan Ellis, the headliner artist of today's event. Ivan has collaborated with several musicians and actors and dancers in Chicago to put together an amazing event to create an awareness of sickle cell disease. Stay tuned because I have an exclusive interviews with him and so much more. Thank you. We're here today with Day Underscore. How are you doing?
Doing great. I'm doing great. Feeling blessed.
Feeling blessed. That's good. So tell us a little bit about your name. Where did that come from, Day Underscore?
That is very funny. Everybody asks that question. Day, well, the first part, Day, it comes from a nickname that my dad gave me growing up. So I've had Day since like forever. And then when I got into music, it was just, I wanted to find something that was a little unique, but still something that's a little regal, something that you can be able to live with, something that gives longevity. So I looked up underscore, and it's a music and film term about something adding emphasis to something. So, dealing with certain artists that I've been blessed to work with, they've always said that, you add emphasis to things, you bring things to life. So Day Underscore, that's how.
That's deep. I thought it was just going to be like, one day I just decided to go, Day Underscore. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? We have viewers all around the world. We have an international-based magazine. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are?
Wow. I would definitely proclaim myself as one of the pioneers of a subgenre, which I would call it urban alternative, which means gives the root of it is still our culture, meaning hip hop and everything, but it's still infused with other things such as alternative music, rock, pop, sometimes reggae. It's just whatever I feel, since I'm an artist, but I'm also a songwriter, producer, and engineer.
Why do you think it's important to speak about sickle cell?
Well, really, it's a lot of things, because I actually growing up in like in the inner city of Chicago and everything, like you had some people that had like pains all the time. It's like you didn't know, and then when someone said they have sickle cell or something like that, and then they try to explain what that was, and it's like, okay, your cells are shaped like this, but other people's kind of like, so it can cause pain and it can lead to early death and everything. So anything I feel like we can do to sustain life and to cure anything, I totally down for it. I feel like it's very important.
Okay. So considering that today we're here to create awareness and then also to raise funds for these kids to go to summer camp, have you ever had a summer camp experience, and if so, how did that shape your life?
Yes, I have actually. Growing up as a teenager, I went into a lot of music programs, things that very affordable, because I lived in a low income household growing up. So having those experiences and having people that was either made it out the hood or just people that have very respect in other different areas like art and things like that, and they come and bring some different type of culture and just broaden your mind a little bit. So I definitely totally support any after school or anything beyond the regular traditional educational system.
Considering that we all have gifts and talents, you're clearly gifted. How do you think you can utilize your gifts and talents to help combat illnesses and issues such as sickle cells?
I feel influences, especially now with social media and everything, and with popularity, I definitely that can help shape a lot of people's perspectives on what they view on the world. Some people may go to a certain tough time in their life, and they may choose different paths or negative paths in their life, and it could also lead to other things such as jail or other crazy things. And this is one way that you can say, hey, you can do something positive, you can do something that you love, and you can be able to give back. So the success that I have, I just want to be able to give back. That's all I want to do.
That's great. All right, so we're here to create an awareness for sickle cell, and I decided to come up with this quiz to test your knowledge about sickle cell, and also, to help our viewers learn too as well. We're all learning. So I just have two quick questions for you. So they're multiple choice. No, breathe. All right. So the first question, right? It says, what is the common symptom for sickle cell anemia? Is it A, itchy skin, B, a sudden pain throughout your body, or C, nosebleed?
I'm going to go with B. That's not because it was I experienced it growing up. So there was one person had it, and I was like, "All right, you have sharp pain." I was like, "Okay."
I figured you're gonna get that right because you mentioned it. Good job.
All right.
And so the last question says, So sickle cell mainly affect which population? Is it A, Latin Americans, B, African Americans, or C, Native Americans?
I'm going to say African American, just from a little research I've been doing.
You're right. 1 in every 12 African Americans have the trait of sickle cell. So, yeah.
That's something to think about. That's totally something to think about. So this benefit hopefully does some type of good to the whole foundation and everything.
Thank you so much for watching. For Africa US Today magazine, I'm Tornu Prynce.